Big shout out to Standard Auto Glass in Grand Prairie. I went in there for a chip windshield, courtesy of Highway 40, and they had me in and out of there in 30 minutes.
Hello and welcome to your Peace Country podcast.
Hello and welcome to this episode of Peace Country Podcast. On this episode, we have some more upcoming events. We Got It At Manic. And in the spotlight, we talk with Jacqueline from By Jacqueline. You've probably seen her ads on Facebook. Let's find out some more about her business. Enjoy.
Did you know Grande Prairie has its own secret garden? It's true, Elaine's unique plants and designs. If you love plants, you need to stop in and shop around. Located on the parking lot side of the farmers market, open 5 days a week. And now for upcoming events in the Peace Country.
Currently, the Grand Prairie Live Theatre is performing The Last 5 Years. Book, music, and lyrics by Jason Robert Brown until October 5th. The 30th Annual GP Women's Show will be happening at the Bonnets Energy Center from October 18th to the 20th. Paula Abdul is coming to Dawson Creek on October 1st. The 15th Annual Feast of Ale will be happening October 4th at the Bonnets Energy Center. Spoiler alert, Fairview Haunted Forest Walk will be happening on October 4th at 7 p.m. They recommend no strollers, walkers, or wheelchairs. The Jackpot Event Center will be hosting Soundcheck, Grand Prairie's annual music contest, on October 5th. TEDx is coming to Grand Prairie with the theme Broken Pieces at the Douglas J. Cardinal Performance Arts Center on October 5th. On October 9th, the Grand Prairie Farmers Market will be hosting their first annual Night to Support Local. This event will be happening at the Jackpot Bar and Grill with cocktails starting at 6 and supper at 6:30. Then there'll be some fantastic entertainment by Dream Dance Circus after supper. Tickets are $70. The Lion's Den will be having a video dance party featuring Joe Fresh on October 12th, put on by Freshly Squeezed Entertainment. Guitars and Brunch is going on with the Brett Bonavin Band on Sunday, October 6th at the Pomeroy Hotel. On October 18th and 19th, the Grand Prairie Museum is putting on Heritage Village Folk Tales Tours. On October 26th, there'll be a rock tribute with a Kiss cover band at the Jackpot Event Center. Advanced seating, $35. Coming in November, Hungry for Laughs Comedy Tour is coming to Grand Prairie. And Kokanee Comedy Night at the Great Northern Casino every Wednesday.
If you have an event coming up and would like us to share on PcP, let us know at peacecountrypodcast@gmail.com.
Peace Country Podcast has a challenge for you. We will give you $100 cash if you spare a 7-10 split at Bowling Stone's 10-Pin Entertainment Center in Grande Prairie, Alberta.
And now it's time for We Got It At Manic with Ryan.
Today I'm going to talk about Tragically Hip. I was fortunate enough to see these guys quite a few times. I think they are from Kingston, Ontario, and I'm from Brockville area, so I got to see them a good dozen times. I still remember the first time I saw them. It was another roadside attraction. I think it was in '94 with like Ziggy Marley, the Blues Travelers, a bunch of other wicked bands at that time. That was the first time I ever seen them. And I do remember seeing Gord on stage, and at a young age, at 14, remembering how much stage performance, and it was very overwhelming even at a young age. Anyway, guys, if you're looking for any hip albums, I have a bunch here at the shop.
And We Got It At Manic Records and Collectibles, located in the Prairie Plaza next to Audio Concepts.
And now for the Peace Country Spotlight.
We're here at M3M Studios with Jacqueline from By Jacqueline. Jacqueline, welcome.
Oh, thank you.
So tell us about your business. What's your story?
Well, I've been an entrepreneur for 34 years. I started blinds back in 1990 in Vernon, BC, and it came back around full circle in 2008. So I've been doing it ever since, and servicing the Peace now.
What did you do before opening your business?
I was a stay-at-home. Well, no, I worked at the glass factory before I started my company, and then became an entrepreneur.
So was there anything specific that made you want to open your own business?
Yes, I always loved design, and seeing the satisfaction on my customer's face at the end of the day when I put the final touch is definitely something that piqued my interest.
Was there something from the glass factory that coincides at all? Or?
I just love not having a boss. I'd rather be my own boss and suffer my own consequence.
Is there a story behind your name?
Blinds by Jacqueline. Well, Jacqueline is my given name. When I was in Vernon, BC, it was Blinds by Jackie. And then when I left Vernon and reopened it, I thought, well, make it my name.
Has there been someone or other businesses that helped you start up at first?
Yes, actually, there was a company in Kelowna, Princess Designs, I think, or something like that. I can't remember. So long ago. So I trained under her, and then I started my own.
Oh, like an apprenticeship type?
Yeah, I just went to work for her for a while to learn the business, to see if it was definitely something that I wanted to do, and I felt yes. So
Perfect.
Open the door, walk through.
And here we are.
Yeah, and here we are.
What experiences would you like your customers to have?
My ultimate goal is to have that smile and that happy customer and that referral base. Because if your customer's not happy at the end of the day, they're not going to refer you. So that definitely the pride in my work and to see what I've made and designed for them.
Why would you recommend using you over just a do-it-yourself type?
Well, I have a motto in my company, and every company I've had is people don't care what you know until I know how much you care. So I definitely care, and I want the job to be perfect. If it's not, I'm the one that'll deal with the factory and get it all straightened around, because it happens. Shipping is a nightmare. So I pride myself on the best customer experience.
What makes your business unique, different, and stand out?
I would say customer interaction and satisfaction. Because service is an industry.
Well, we're definitely happy with the shutters you just did for us.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like them.
No, they look great. Do you have any crazy stories or funny, special things that's happened?
I know, I was thinking about that one last night, crazy stories. I was doing blinds for a young lady, and she said, you used to do blinds in Vernon, BC. You did my mother's blinds. And I went, no way, small world, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, her mother remembered what I looked like, everything. She showed her a picture of me. She goes, yep, that's the lady that did my blinds. So it just shows how small of a world it can be. And the referrals don't end. Because then she said, yeah, I recommend her to her daughter. So yeah, small world.
What is the hardest thing about managing your business?
I would say shipping. Because since COVID, shipping became a nightmare. So like I used to use companies because I've used 4 different manufacturers, and I select the best products for my customers. But the ones that were coming out of Montreal, by the time they'd get here, 5 days, they were so tossed around. So now I've gone to more Alberta built. I still use one company out of Montreal because the shutters are the best, as you know. Yeah, now I'm trying to focus on more Canadian Alberta built because let's keep it in Alberta.
Yeah, for sure. Has your motivations changed since opening?
Yeah, I was when we first moved out to actually Sexsmith, and I was still quite affiliated with Whitecourt, so I would commute all the time. But now my business has expanded nicely here, so I don't have to do that travel so much. I can do it over the phone. And so with COVID, it did change things a lot because you did a lot of orders over the phone. But I definitely went to a house every day during COVID. So it just increased the volume. Everybody was decorating,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. We had a lot of time to sit at home and look at our walls.
Exactly. Nobody was traveling, so they would say, well, let's do our blinds, right? So it was definitely it made it a lot busier for myself. Yeah.
So how would that look like? So say we had a place in High Level, just for instance.
Yes.
If I was to call you and want to take measurements over the phone, what would you be looking for?
I would be talking to you about what your wants and needs are for those windows, whether you need, if you get high sun, if it's southern exposure, what's going to be the best product for the best outcome in your home to keep it cooler. So definitely I go through those questions, and then once we kind of determine what they like and what I think will work the best, then I'll send them samples and get somebody to measure, and then they're responsible for their measurements though. That's the only downfall, because if I'm running the tape, I'm responsible. If they're running the tape, well then they are. So I always tell them, make sure we're in the 1/8 of an inch, because everything is still done by inches and blinds.
Okay, it's not metric.
No, never has changed, which is nice.
And you like to, like you mentioned that our windows had some wow.
They had some wow.
And that was before the blinds.
Yeah, so you definitely have to take that smallish measurement. When you're doing a different treatment, that top measurement is key measurement. Whereas in your case of your windows, I had to take all 3 and I have to go with the smallest one, because otherwise it'll pinch the shutter. Mm-hmm. So that's why we fill in the edges to get rid of that gap, so you don't see that wow anymore. It disappears.
Is giving back to the community important to you?
Yes, it absolutely is. I try to work any functions for charities. If I've got donations, they go to the women's shelter, they go to the Salvation Army. I try to, we downsized our home, and I had a garage full of stuff. So a lot of housewares for single moms getting back. So definitely I like to help out any way I can. Old cell phones, I always recycle, give them to the women's shelter. Things like that. Anything I can do to help. It's anonymous, but I know I did it. So.
Yeah, perfect. You're not looking for fame, right?
No.
Right. If you had to or could start all over again, is there anything you would change or do different?
Well, I probably would have never stopped it, because I do really enjoy it. So when it did come back around to me, I was elated that it had, because I do have family in the industry as well. So it was nice to get back working with them again, too. But I don't think I would change a thing, because I had a lot of experiences in business, and I found success in everyone. So it's always, but it's nice to come back to your roots. So having it come full circle like that, it's something I really loved doing. So I get to love doing it again.
Perfect. Is there anything interesting you like to do in your spare time?
I love to fish. Just bought a little fishing boat, because I did deep sea fishing, and I found it was a little hard on my body at my age. 100-pound halibuts are a little bit of work to pull up. So I definitely love to go fishing, camping, that sort of thing. So.
Oh yeah? Any favorite spots locally?
Right now we're targeting Sturgeon Lake quite a bit and trying to figure that lake out. We definitely got the walleye down. Now we're just trying to get after some perch.
Do you have any advice or any inspiring information for young entrepreneurs?
Yes, I definitely do. If you have a good idea, go out, research it. A lot of my businesses that I started on a handshake. And then I went and got the equipment and opened the doors. And if you're not busy, go looking for work, because you started with a dream. And the only way to make your dream become a reality is to always push forward in attaining more of your goals and your dreams. So always set goals. And every time you meet a goal, celebrate it. So I've definitely met a lot of my goals. I still have a new one, but it'll come. But yes, if you're not busy, go looking for work. and just keep on moving forward. Don't go backwards.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Jacqueline, for spending the time.
Yes.
How can people get a hold of you?
Absolutely. You can get a hold of me by phone, or you can reach out to me through my Facebook page. It's Blinds by Jacqueline. But my phone number is 780-518-8063, and I look forward to hearing from you.
Great. Thanks again. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Doug.
I'm thinking about college this fall. What should I know?
Did you know there are tax credits available such as the Refundable Canada Training Credit and the Tuition Tax Credit that you may be eligible for?
Cedar CPA, we have the answers. Find us on Instagram.
That's all we got for you this week. Next week, we'll be coming back at you and we'll be talking with Justin in the spotlight about his window cleaning business, The Rugged Canuck Cleaning Co. You can find us on Facebook, Spotify, and YouTube. Please drop us a follow, like, and share. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for listening. This podcast only works because you listen. So thank you for listening.
What would you like to hear on PCP? Let us know by email, peacecountrypodcast@gmail.com.
22 Media.